or whether I'm counting rings for jewellery, or I'm counting beads. Always counting something. So I said 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's often a good idea to get most of the parts that you need out before you need them. It's a little bit more fun that way because you can do things in one go without having to stop and dig into packets and things. I'm not making a very good job of putting these back in this bag. In fact, I'm making a terrible job of putting them back in the bag. But this is a stage where it suddenly looks like it takes a big leap. And I want out two BA2s. BA2s, and these are the lock nuts. So these are the ones that have a little blue ring in them. That little blue ring is actually, I think it's plastic, and when you screw into the plastic, basically it acts like a thread lock. They call them lock nuts. Lock nuts in engineering used to be a nut which was thinner than normal, and what you did is you put a nut on and you put the lock nut on top, tighten the two together, and they didn't come undone. I guess these with the plastic inserts do the same job in that they don't come undone, so they're calling them lock nuts. Now then, the lock nuts get inserted somewhere in here. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I'm missing a part. I'm missing part C1. This one here. So this is the part where we'll suddenly make what looks like a lot of progress, just because we've put the whole we've got a lot of bits just here. In a moment we're actually just going to put the two side frames together, and we'll suddenly end up with the main chassis. So these two bolts get inserted in the side there, pressed in, since they're a tight fit, and the other one is on here somewhere. There it is. Right, so we start with this front mounting, which is upside down. That's that one there. Correct left hand frame. Again, two-handed job. You're trying to hold two things in place. Screwdriver is there. Quite hard to put these screws in at an angle. They tend to want to go in straight, so let them. If they want to go in straight, let them go in straight. Don't try and put them in at an angle, or don't try and force them. If they don't appear to be going in correctly, then you're doing something wrong. So don't force it, take a look. Okay, tightened up and nip it up a little bit. They won't come undone, but you don't want it to be rattling. So that's the first one in place. The servo mount, which is the shift servo, so it's this one that I want, will then go in. If I get it the right way around, it will look like I'm seeing it on the picture, and therefore it'll make more sense. Now then, that fits in there. Now then, why does that? Okay, so it goes right. Okay, that tells me something. And I'll explain what it tells me. This is trying to go in here between the two side frames. Okay, I've sort of worked that out. It doesn't go on top because it doesn't fit. And if I look at the pictures, it basically shows that I put the screw in here first, it goes through the side frame and then goes into the plastic. That doesn't want to sit in properly. And the reason for that is the rubber grommets that are on here. I have to take them off. So it was right. They didn't want them in. I made the wrong choice. I probably made exactly the same wrong choice when I last did one of these kits, so I'll take them off. So the servos do get hard mounted, and now I've just gone and forgotten it is that way around, yes. Which way these things were mounted in. So we'll just check a bit in. Yeah, I'm just checking I got it in the right way, because if I haven't, then I'd only have to take it apart again. So that's there. Mount it to the inside screws. Okay, that probably means the other servo will need to be hard mounted as well. Sometimes with kits you can vary them slightly, you know, like this mounting for example, or like I will be replacing some of the bearings with ball bearings. Some of the things you can't vary. So this should now go in there and actually fit, and it does. Okay. Now you do have to make sure you get the right holes, because there's two holes here. You've got to go in the front one. The reason being the back one is tapped. If I try and put this through that tapped hole, it will destroy the thread, and then the right bolt that's to go in there won't fit. Or it'll go in without actually screwing into it, and then it'll just drop out. So you do have to make sure that you put in the right things in the right holes. And on one of the channels that I watch, Keith Appleton, on YouTube, that would have resulted in a girlfriend joke. Now I'll tighten that up afterwards. It doesn't look very sort of tightly mounted. It will be supported by the other side, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Made sure the wire's on the right side, because if it had gone down inside there when I'd have put this on, I'd have had to take it apart to get the wire out. which could potentially have meant taking the side frame off. So that's that bit. I then need to take this and this and put those two together. So we mount the air receiver, the air tank for the air brakes, which this truck in model form doesn't have. So it's a semi-scale detail only. So this is a 1/12 scale remote control truck, which is quite a large scale. Now then, I've got to get these in the right places, and again it comes down to looking at hole patterns as to where they're going to go. That's these two here. They're also not threaded, which is what I'm expecting, because these are what they call self-tapping screws. They cut their own thread, so I don't want to be putting them into a hole that already has a thread. When you do one of the trailers, which are quite long, because of course they're 40-foot trailers, this rail is really long. When you're trying to fit parts to it like this, you've got to be careful that you don't knock everything off your desk. So the main job of this is to hold the two side rails apart. So again, it's tight but not too tight. So my next part is this one, which goes, again you've got to get the right way up, but it goes in there, and this is one way you do have to be careful that you get the the bolt in the right place. I suppose technically these are screws. The bottom one goes into a lock nut. That's got a thread on it, even though the side frame hasn't. The top one goes into plastic and doesn't have a thread on it. I'm screwing these into plastic. I don't need thread lock. Hello Wolfie, how are you? Thank you for the host. I haven't seen you for quite some time. How you doing? Right, and the next bit is this bit, which again is really just matching pictures. So this one goes there. Why is this chat not showing up? Oh, blimey! You know what? You have indeed. My apologies. I do read chat. I kept looking at chat, but the chat window that I have open as I've got two. I've got a big chat window open on screen, and I happen to have my Twitch monitor page on, which has got a chat window on it. That one has got stuff in it, which is how I just saw you then, but The other big chat window hasn't, so I've been looking at the big chat window because it's easy to read. I've got glasses, you note. So I'm going to close that, pop the other one out. So I don't know, chat have obviously, Twitch have obviously done something. I'll pop this out so I can see it a little easier. And of course now I've just lost whatever you said. But my apologies for not seeing you in chat. I agree, you were saying things, I just didn't see them. So thank you. You're coaching, so you're just dropping in. Okay. Of course, it's your training night, isn't it? Yes, I wasn't expecting you to see you tonight. So I'm making a remote control vehicle. Now, if you are still there, just say something to make sure this chat window is actually displaying things, and if not, I'll drop it back. But and then I want my final piece of this, which goes in there. It is working. Oh, you stuck. Oh, right, you've moved up in the world. Oh, well done, congratulations. Yeah, then this doesn't quite fit. Do I want to? Okay, botch decision, or a decision about what I do. You were too good, so you decided to make them better. I like that, that's fine. Okay, what I was doing here is the holes in the plastic behind are not terribly well aligned. They're very slightly out. Now, I've got two choices about how I've got three choices. I could file the shoulder back on the plastic till the holes align a bit better. I could file the end of the metal until the holes align a bit better, or I could just put the screws in. Now, what I was doing there was just checking how far misaligned they are, and they are aligned okay enough that the bolts will go in straight. The nuts will go in straight. So the offset is means that they will go straight down without sort of pulling. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm not going to bother filing it. It's a lot of work to file, and if I don't need to. Now, if the holes had been offset so that the hole itself was being covered by the metal, the hole in the plastic was being covered by the metal, then I would have done the filing, because I would have been stressing either the metal or the plastic. That can lead to fracture. And this again isn't a high stress part, so not really a problem. Okay, Wolfie, thank you for dropping in. Nice to see you again. Yeah, you go give them hell, as they say.